Today we're diving headfirst into the fascinating world of Linux. We're about to uncover 5 incredible tools and software that you absolutely cannot get on Windows. So whether you're a seasoned Linux pro or a curious Windows user, buckle up, because we're about to embark on a wild ride through the land of Linux exclusives. Let's get this show on the road. Alright, let's kick things off with a real gem distro box. Imagine this. You're using your main Linux distribution, maybe it's Ubuntu or Fedora, but then you stumble upon software that only runs on Arch Linux. Bummer, right? Well, not so fast, because DistroBox is here to save the day. DistroBox is like having a magic portal to different Linux distributions right on your desktop. It lets you create containers using either Podman or Docker, which are like little self-contained Linux environments. Think of them as virtual machines, but way more lightweight and efficient. The cool part is that DistroBox seamlessly integrates these containers into your main system. So, you can run that Arch Linux-only software without ever actually installing Arch Linux. You can have containers for Ubuntu, Debian, Fedora, you name it, all running side by side without any conflicts. It's like having a whole Linux buffet at your fingertips. Plus, DistroBox gives you much finer control over your containers. So if you're looking for the ultimate way to experiment with different Linux distributions, or just need to run a specific application that's not available on your main system, DistroBox is your new best friend. Alright, let's talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, the Linux desktop environment. Enter Wayland and SwayWM. First up, Wayland. Wayland is a display server protocol, which is a fancy way of saying it's the thing that handles everything you see on your screen. It's the foundation upon which your entire desktop environment is built. And let me tell you, Wayland is the future. It's designed from the ground up to be more secure, more efficient, and more modern than the aging X11 display server. With Wayland, you get smoother animations, better high DPI support, and fewer security vulnerabilities. To really unlock its full potential, you need a window manager that's built specifically for it. And that's where SwayWM comes in. So, if you're ready to ditch the limitations of the traditional desktop paradigm and embrace the future of desktop environments, Wayland and SwayWM are waiting for you. Chapter 3, eBPF Linux Superpowers, Unlocked. Alright, let's get a little bit technical for a moment, shall we? Don't worry, I promise to keep it as painless as possible. Today we're talking about eBPF, which stands for Extended Berkeley Packet Filter. Now I know that sounds about as exciting as watching paint dry, but trust me on this one, because eBPF is some seriously powerful stuff. Think of it like this. eBPF is like giving your Linux kernel superpowers. It allows you to run these little programs called eBPF programs directly within the kernel itself. Now, why is that a big deal? Well, the kernel is like the heart and soul of your operating system. It's responsible for managing everything from your CPU to your memory to your network. So by running code directly within the kernel, eBPF gives you unprecedented access to the inner workings of your system. You can monitor system calls, track network packets, analyze performance bottlenecks, and even modify the behavior of your system in real time. It's like having X-ray vision into the very core of your Linux machine. Tools like BCC, BPF Compiler Collection, and BPF Trace provide an arsenal of powerful commands and scripts for analyzing everything from CPU usage to network latency to disk I/O. You can create eBPF programs that act as firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and even sandboxes for running untrusted applications. And if that wasn't enough, eBPF can also be used to boost performance. So, whether you're a system administrator, a security researcher, or just a Linux enthusiast who loves to tinker, eBPF is an incredibly powerful tool that you need to have in your arsenal. Chapter 4, AppImage, Software Freedom Unleashed. Alright, let's talk about something that every computer user can appreciate, installing software. Now, if you're coming from Windows, you're probably used to the whole exe double-click next finish routine, right? And hey, it works, I'll give you that. But what if I told you that there's a better way? A way to install and run software that's simpler, more secure, and way more flexible. Enter AppImage. AppImage is a way of packaging software that's designed to be completely self-contained and portable. Think of it like a little container that holds everything an application needs to run, all bundled up into a single file. The beauty of AppImage is that you don't actually install software in the traditional sense. You simply download the AppImage file, make it executable, and then double-click to run it. No need to mess around with package managers, dependencies, or system libraries. And because app image files are self-contained, they can't interfere with other applications or your system files. So if you're tired of the hassle of traditional software installation methods and want a simpler, more secure, and more flexible way to run your favorite applications, AppImage is the answer. Chapter 5: BTRFs and ZFS Data Management on Steroids. Alright, let's talk about something that's near and dear to every computer user's heart data. Your precious files, your photos, your videos, your cat memes, they're all incredibly important, right? Now, if you're coming from Windows, you're probably used to using NTFS, the default file system. And hey, NTFS is fine, it gets the job done, I guess, but what if I told you that there are file systems out there that are more robust, more feature-rich, and way more awesome? Enter BTRFs and ZFS. These aren't your grandpa's file systems. These are next-generation file systems designed for the modern data center, but don't let that scare you. They're also incredibly useful on desktop systems, especially if you care about data integrity and advanced features. Let's start with BTRFs, shall we? BTRFs is like the Swiss Army knife of file systems. It's got all sorts of cool features like copy on write, which means that instead of overwriting your data when you make changes, it creates a new copy, leaving the original intact. This makes it super safe and prevents data corruption. Now let's talk about ZFS. ZFS is like the older, wiser brother of BTRFs. Outro wrapping up, and there you have it. 5 exclusive Linux tools and software that Windows users miss out on. If you're feeling adventurous, I encourage you to give Linux a try. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tech content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.